Hey guys, welcome back to my channel AG Motion Designs, and in today's video we are going to learn how to create this 3D social media poster animation inside of After Effects without using any third-party plugin. So without wasting any more time, let's get started. So here we are in After Effects. Now let's create a new composition. I'll call it as main animation. Width, let's say 1080, and height 1080. Frame rate is 30 and duration I'll choose 1 minute, and for the background color I'll choose solid white and hit OK. Now first of all, what we will do, we will create one new composition and I'll call it as fractal, and for the background color I'll choose white, and width I'll choose 1920 and height 1080, or let's say 900, and hit OK. Press Ctrl Y to create one solid layer. I'll call it as fractal. Go to the effect and presets panel and apply fractal noise effect on it. Now we will choose this soft linear and we will choose turbulence smooth. For the complexity I'll choose 3. I'll increase a contrast little bit, make it to full. Go to the transform property, unlink this uniform scaling options, and I'll decrease the height a little bit, and I'll increase the scale width more around something like this. Now after that, select our fractal layer, go to the evolution property and alt click on this evolution stopwatch, and I'll type time into star and 30. Now if I hit play, we are getting this evolution in this pattern. Now after that, I'll select this fractal layer, go to the offset turbulence and create one keyframe over here and hit U. Go to 15 seconds, and over here I'll type, all you need to do, just add 10 in it. So we will get this kind of animation. Now go to our main animation. Now first thing I'll do, I'll create my shapes. So for that, what I'll do is I'll select my pen tool first. I'll create one random shape over like this, make it to fit. Select this shape, press Ctrl Alt Home to align that anchor point to the center of this shape, and I'll just move it a little bit over here. And for the color, I'll choose something like this. Hit OK. Now again choose pen tool and create one shape like this. I'll move it over here and create one shape like this, and for this one I'll choose red color. Hit OK and drag this backward. Press Ctrl Alt Home. After that, I'll create another shape over here. Something like this. Press Ctrl Alt Home to align that anchor point to the center. I'll drag this shape over here. I'll select this one and I'll drag it a little bit here over here. Make it fit. Now select this layer, go to effect and presets panel and apply ramp effect, which is also known as gradient ramp. Double click on it. As we can see, we have these two handles over here. I'll drag one over here and one over here. Now we need to change the color. Instead of black, I'll choose little bit darker red, and instead of white, I'll choose, just by using this hand picker, I'll choose this color. Select this gradient ramp, hit Ctrl C, select this layer and hit Ctrl V on it. But for now we need to change these handles. So I'll drag this one over here, and I'll drag this handle over here. I'll choose this, select this layer, and I'll drag it over here. Now select this gradient ramp, hit Ctrl C, select this layer and press Ctrl V, and drag this handle over here, and drag this handle, select this handle now and drag this over here. And now we will choose a different color over here. I'll choose this color. I'll select this color, but the darker version of this color. Let's say something like this, or simply swap these colors. And for this one I'll choose again darker version of this color and hit OK. Now I'll import my image. Press Ctrl I on keyboard to import our image. I have downloaded this image from unsplash.com. I'll provide you the link in the description, and hit import over here, and I'll drag my image over here. Now press S for scaling option and scale it down. I'll move my image over here. Now after that we need to add some text over here. I'll choose text tool. I'll type shape, hit Ctrl A, increase the font size of your text. For the color I'll choose white, and I'll change the font over here. You're free to choose any font, but for now I'll choose this font. I'll type shape on this one, hit Ctrl A, and I'll choose this Fox LaTeX. After that hit Ctrl D, press V to select our selection tool. I'll drag this over here, hit Ctrl T to select our text tool, and type YOUR body. Hit Ctrl A. I'll go to this font property and I'll decrease a size a little bit, and I'll move this text over here. Press Ctrl Alt Home to align those anchor points. To also for this, Ctrl Alt Home. Now I'll move this text over here. Select this text, go to the effect and presets panel and apply drop shadow effect on it. Increase the distance and let's make it a little bit smoother, and for the opacity I'll choose 30. Select this drop shadow, hit Ctrl C, select this text and hit Ctrl V. After this we need to type one paragraph over here for as in a content format. For now I'll type lorem ipsum paragraph. Press Ctrl T to select text tool and make Ctrl V. Hit Ctrl A, go to the paragraph option and left align text, go to the character option, and I'll bring down this font size up to 25, let's say, and I'll choose one different font over here. Let's say Poppins regular. I don't want this and I don't want this either, so I'll decrease the font size. Instead of quarter I'll choose full resolution, and I'll move this para over here. Press Ctrl T to select text tool, hit enter and hit enter again. Press Ctrl A and move this over here, and after that move this over here. Press Ctrl Alt Home to align that anchor point to the center. Instead of 100 I'll choose fit. Now we have this much portion is done. Now after that I'll select one pen tool and I'll create one stroke over here, and for the stroke color I'll choose white color and press Ctrl Alt Home. Now after that what we can do is we can create one ellipse over here. Press Ctrl Alt Home to align that anchor point to the center, and just move it over here. I don't want any stroke for this, so I'll delete the stroke, and for the color I'll choose white and press T for opacity option, and let's make it 40. Yeah, press Ctrl Alt Home to align that anchor point to the center. Now select our text tool and choose any font you want. I'll choose the impact one, and let's type free free 1 week. Select this word and choose this option, all caps. Select all of them, go to the paragraph and align that text to the center. Go to the character tab and decrease the distance between these two lines. Go to the selection tool and press Ctrl Alt Home and drag this point over here, and press S for scaling option and scale it a little bit. Go to the fit and apply drop shadow effect on this one also, and increase the softness. Press R for rotation property and rotate it a little bit. Now after that I'll choose this text and hit Ctrl D. I'll drag it this at the top and I'll move it over here. Press Ctrl T and type your body. Hit Ctrl A. Decrease the font size. Decrease the font size and select selection tool. Press Ctrl Alt Home. Press R for rotation property and rotate it like this. And I'll move this text over here. Press Ctrl D to duplicate it, or instead of that hit Ctrl T. Select this text, press Ctrl C, hit space 2 bar and hit Ctrl V. Decrease the distance. Again hit Ctrl A. Go over here. After a few space, press Ctrl V. Choose our selection tool and I'll move this text over here. And after that, what you can do is just we need to create one shape over here. Let's create one shape over here. Press Ctrl Alt Home to align that anchor point to the center and move this over here. And for the color I'll choose red color. Now after that, what I'll do is I'll go to the shape options, go to the rectangle one, go to the transform rectangle one and choose this skew just like this, and hit Ctrl D. Press Ctrl Alt Home. Move this one over here and I just decrease this, not like this, but go to the content rectangle, stroke rectangle path, and for the size I'll uncheck this option and I'll drag this down. Now move this over here. Now after that I'll choose text tool and I'll type join. Hit Ctrl A. For the color I'll choose white color. I'll drag this text over here and type join us. Ctrl Alt Home to align that anchor point to the center, and I'll move this join us over here and choose fit. Select this text, hit Ctrl D. I'll drag it over here. I'll decrease the font size. Hit Ctrl A. I'll type text. Now I don't want this all caps, so I'll enable this. I'll type contact us. Okay, so this font is only for. Select this. I don't want this all caps. This font's only type capital letters, so it's okay. And I'll type any number. hit Ctrl A and just decrease the font size. Move this thing, press Ctrl Alt Home. Now after these things, what we will do is we will choose this text, hit Ctrl D, press R for rotation, rotate it and drag this over here. Press T for opacity and bring down that opacity up to 30 and hit Ctrl D again and move this over here. Press R for rotation. I'll rotate it over here. Press T for opacity and bring around up to 6, let's say 75 only. Now after that, what you will do is you can add any logo if you want. Right now the only thing I type is logo, so I'll type my logo over here. Press Ctrl Alt Home and align this thing over here. Now after that, if you remember, we have created this fractal thing over here. So what we will do, hit Ctrl 0 to open our project window, drag this fractal over here, press R for rotation. I'll move this thing over here, hit Ctrl D again and I'll move this over here. As we can see, we have these two shapes. Right now we will deal with this two only, so I'll drag them down and I'll enable this option so we can see only these two things. Select this one, select this layer and hit Ctrl D, move it at the top, select this fractal and choose alpha matte. After that, what we will do, select this thing over here, hit Ctrl D, drag it at the top, select this fractal and choose alpha matte, just like this. Again, hit Ctrl D to this fractal, no title track. Let's say move over here. For this, press W to rotate it and I'll drag this thing over here. Now where is our shape? Let's find this shape. Here is the shape, so I'll drag this over here. As we can see, we have this two things over here. I'll select this, hit Ctrl D, move it over here, select this fractal and alpha matte. Now we have these things. I'll select this fractal only, go to the effect and presets panel, apply tint effect on it. As you can see, we can swap these colors, but we are not here to swap these colors. We will change the color of this one and I'll choose a darker version of this and hit OK and something like this. Now after that, what I'll do, hit Ctrl C, select this fractal and hit Ctrl V and we will change the color of this also. I'll choose something like this, and for this one, let's say we will choose the darker version of red. Hit OK, select this tint, Ctrl C, select this fractal and hit Ctrl V. Now after that, what I'll do, we have, as you know that we still have this remaining layers, so what we will do, we will drag this on the top of these fractals, this one over here and this one over here. Select this and choose screen. Blending mode, we will choose screen for all of them, or this one also. Now select these three layers, press T for opacity option and let's make it 50. so we'll get a little bit color bend over here. Now after that, select all of them, press Ctrl Shift C, let's call it as blue BG, and hit OK. Press F4 and check out this option. Select this thing, 3 layers, press Ctrl Shift C. I'll call it as red layers something. You can give any name to these things. For now I'll type red layers. Select this, press Ctrl Shift C. I'll type red layers only and hit OK. Don't forget to check out this option. Now after this, what we need to do, select all of them and make that layers into 3D. Now after that, go to the new camera, hit camera, create one null object and make that null object also in 3D. Select this camera and make a parent with this null. Press R for rotation. As we can see, now what we will do, we will create some keyframes over here. Let's make it 11. Press S for scaling option, hit U. Let's scale it something like this. Press P for position property and I'll move this over here. Select this blue BG, go to inside this blue BG, select all of them and also make them 3D, so they will act like 3D over here. Also same for this red layers, so they will act like 3D. Select all of them and create one position keyframe, hit U. Now let's make it quarter. Let's make it -12 and I'll move this over here. Again at 2 seconds, copy this first keyframes. Select this keyframes and hit F9. By holding Alt, I'll drag this thing over here. Create one null object over here. Select this null one and make it a parent with this null 2. Press S for scaling option and increase the scale, so it will be visible to all of them. Select the BG image of this and press S for scaling option and scale it a little bit. Now after that, what we will do, we will select this shape text, press P for position option and on the Z axis we will move it over here. Let's drag it over here. Same goes for this join us text. Press P and on the Z axis we will drag this over here. Same for this, press P and on the Z axis we will drag it a little bit upward. Select this shape, press P for position, drag this at the top. Select this your body, press P, drag this something over here. As we can see, we are getting some 3D effect over here. Select this one also here and this text, press P and I'll move it over here. Also select this first week, press P. On the Z axis I'll move it over here. Select this thing, press P for position. Let's bring it over something here. Go to the BG option, select this shape, go to the pen tool and I'll drag this thing over here. Go to the content shape path, create one keyframe. Select this keyframe, hit Ctrl C, select this path, go to the shape layer, content, shape, path, select this and press Ctrl V. So in the main animation we will get something like this. Same goes for this logo also. On the P, drag this over here. Now select our image, press P. I'll drag this at the backward. Same goes for this shape layers. Now blue BG, press P. I'll drag this something over here, let's say over here. Press P for position. Let's bring down this line over here. After that we will choose this two red layers, press P. Let's make it a little bit backward and this one also a little bit backward. Select this and let's make it a little bit backward. Now if we see, we are getting this kind of 3D effect. Select this layer. Of course you need to do a lot of adjustments in this thing, but it will look a little bit cooler. Now after that we will select this thing. By holding Alt, I'll drag those keyframes over here, or you can maybe increase it up to 16 or let's say 18. Go few frame forwards and let's make it again 16. Now I'll make this layer also not 3D, but hit P, press Alt, click on this position and type wiggle expression 3 by 3, let's say. So we'll get some kind of wiggle animation. We'll go to our fractal. Let's bring down this up to over here so it will move a little bit faster. So as you can see, we are getting this kind of stuff. Now go to this fractal. As if we see, we will find one evolution. I'll make it, let's say 130. Now if I hit min, we are getting this kind of stuff. Now choose this blue BG color, go to the effect and presets panel and apply drop shadow effect on it. Increase the distance and increase the softness also, and I'll move this thing over here. Hit the direction over here. Select this drop shadow, hit Ctrl C, select this red layer, hit Ctrl V. Also I'll change the direction. Select this another red layer, hit Ctrl V and also change the direction. Now if I hit play, as we can see, we are getting this cool 3D effect on this motion poster. Alt click on this Y rotation, type loop out expression, hit Ctrl A to select this, hit Ctrl C, select this scale, hit Ctrl V and hit Ctrl V. Now it will animate in loop. So yep, this is our final animation. If you want, then you can apply drop shadow effect on these things also. I'll select this drop shadow, hit U. Now choose our text, like you can apply drop shadow effect on them also. Select this layers, select this join as text or something. I'll move this join as text over here. If I hit full resolution, our animation will look something like this. So yep, this is our final animation. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you like this tutorial, then please consider to subscribe my channel and also hit the bell icon for more updates. Until then, stay tuned.